You die, that's it, game over. You worked your entire life, paid your taxes, raised your family, and tried to leave a little something behind for the people you love. You thought it was yours. You thought your final act on this earth could be the one of generosity, of love, of security. You were wrong. Because in New York City, the government wants a piece of you even after you're gone. They want to tax your death. And the man with his hand in your coffin is the same man who promised you a more fair city. This isn't a policy, it's a desecration. Let's call it what it is, a death tax. Mayor Mamdani and his allies are pushing for new inheritance tax, a levy on the money you leave to your children and your grandchildren. They'll use soft words like estate tax or revenue generation, but don't be fooled. This is the state claiming ownership of your life's work. They'll tell you it only affects rich. That's a first lie. Taxes never ever stay in place. Today it's millionaires, tomorrow it's the family who owns a small business or a home in Brooklyn. They are taxing grief, taxing legacy, taxing the very act of a parent wanting to give their child a better start. It's the most predatory tax imaginable because you can't fight back, you're already dead. So what happens when you tell people that even your legacy isn't safe? They leave, they run. New York is already bleeding residents fleeing for the states that respect their hard work and their freedom. This death tax isn't just a tax, it's an eviction notice. This policy will accelerate the exodus. It will push the very people who built this city, the small business owners, the workers, the families who scrapped and saved to buy a home. They will take their wealth, their businesses, their future to Florida, where there is no state income tax and no inheritance tax. Mamdani isn't just taxing the dead, he's killing the future of the living. And where is this blood money going? They'll tell you it's for schools, for roads, for the poor. That's the second lie. This isn't about funding essential services, it's about funding their agenda. It's about rewarding their political allies, expanding the bloated bureaucracy, and buying votes with your inheritance. They have created a spending addiction and they see your death as the next fix. Instead of cutting waste, instead of making government leaner and more efficient, they are taking the coward's way out. They are digging into the pockets of the deceased because it's easier than saying no to special interests and the union that keeps them in power. A society is judged by how it treats its most vulnerable, but a civilization is judged by how it respects its legacy. What does it say about a city when its leader sees the final transfer of wealth from one generation to the next, not as a sacred act of a family, but as a revenue stream for the state? Zohran Mamdani's death tax is an act of moral bankruptcy. It's a declaration that state owns you, your labor and your legacy from cradle to the grave. They are not just taxing your estate, they are taxing the American dream itself. They are telling you that the dream you build, the wealth you create, and the love you wish to pass on ultimately belongs to them. This is the fight for the soul of New York, a fight to keep the government's hand out of your pockets and out of your caskets. Because if they can tax you when you die, what can they do?